Hello student, I am Kadambini Balakrishna Patil, teacher in mathematics, presently working with Deccan Education Societies, Willingdon College, Sangli. We are started with most important topic of your 12th standard, that is indefinite integration. We have mapping this topic. You make one another notebook to write it, okay? So that you are able to use that formula again and again. We have started with exercise 3.2b in which second type of examples. For remaining examples, we'll move towards our PowerPoint presentation. Okay, we'll start with the next example, that is 8th one. I equal to integral 1 upon cos x minus sin x dx, multiply and divide by root 2. So if you are multiplying and dividing by root 2, you will get this as 1 upon root 2 outside. Now look at here. This is your example. So 1 upon root 2 means integral. In integral, what you will get? You will get 1 upon root 2 to the numerator, and in the denominator root 2 cos x minus 1 upon root 2 sin x dx. Okay. Now here it is nothing but the 45-degree angle. So you are able to multiply by root 2 and this will get simplified automatically. So if you will simplify this one, so look at here. So what you will get, you are nothing but you are writing something, so you will get the compact answer. This 1 upon root 2 if you will take outside, you left with dx upon, this is 1 upon root 2 cos x minus 1 upon root 2 sin x. So what way you will write? You will write this as cos x. Then you have to write as cos pi by 4 minus sin x sin pi by 4. This is an expansion of cos a plus b. So which gives you 1 upon root 2 integral dx upon cos of x plus pi by 4. You are using here expansion of a plus b. What is the expansion of a plus b? Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Okay, so from that you will get your these values. So you are getting integral dx upon cos x plus pi by 4. Okay, we'll start with that. Now look at here. 1 upon root 2 is a constant which is outside the integral sign, but 1 upon cos is sec x plus pi by 4 dx. Now sec x plus pi by 4 dx, for that already we have our formula. And what is the formula? That is log of mod of sec x plus tan x plus constant of integration. Okay, so 1 upon root 2 as it is, and you are using directly formula. This is nothing but t. As usual, that pi by 4 does not matter the derivative as it is a constant, or it does not matter the integration also. So you are getting log of mod of sec x plus pi by 4 plus tan x plus pi by 4 plus constant of integration. Okay, then we'll see the integrals which are different forms also. Up till now we have seen integral 1 upon ax square plus bx plus c dx. Okay. Then we have seen integral 1 upon root of ax square plus bx plus c. Here what we have did, we have completed the square here, and we are using the formula which are known to you. Okay, known to us you can say. And now there is one more form, that is integral px plus qx upon ax square plus bx plus c. That means there is a linear function on the numerator for both the type of integrals. Then what will be the method for this type of integral? One more is there, that is integral px plus q upon ax square plus bx plus c. For this, what we will do, that we'll see first, that is nothing but you have to write a into derivative of the denominator plus b into again denominator for constant. And this type of already we are discussed in integral f dash of x upon fx. There also we are already discussed these forms, how to find the integrals for this kind of examples. Also, then what is the next? Next is nothing but this constant you will get by comparison also, because you differentiate, you adjust the constant so that these are converted into P and Q, and from that you will get your values of capital A and B. Similarly, this is comparison gives this type of, already we are discussed in previous lectures that we have to compare our x coefficient and the constant so that we'll get the values of A and B. Also you are able to, that means what is the direct formula? Direct formula says that numerator you have to write down A plus derivative of the denominator plus B, and comparing with you will get your values. Okay. Now the integral is evaluated by substituting ax square plus bx plus c equal to t, so that your numerator will be dt. So second integral is evaluated by expressing or by completing the square and your formulas which we are discussed already in previous form. Which are those? Those are 1 upon a square plus t square, or 1 upon t square minus a square, or 1 upon a square minus t square, if it is in the form of 1 upon ax square plus bx plus c. First integral you already got as a into derivative of the denominator divided by ax square plus bx plus c. We are not talking about this because you are dividing into two parts. Now we are talking about the second part. In second part you need to convert this into the form 1 upon a square plus t square, 1 upon t square minus a square, or 1 upon a square minus t square. Okay, in this form, and you know the formula, you already have these formulas. Similarly, you are having the second type also, in which again we will discuss that this type of integral you are having root sign, means same method will follow. What is that same method? Same method says that in this form also you are able to write your numerator as a into derivative of not a denominator but whatever is inside the root sign. So that you have to write, that means derivative of ax square plus bx plus c, that you have to write plus b. This way you need to write as a numerator for the given integration. Okay, now what? Next term you will get as, again you will get two terms in which you are having a standard formulas. Now look at here, this one is your first term. Directly you substitute ax plus bx plus c equal to t, and you will get, it is nothing but a into integral as f dash x upon root of fx, and we are learn this in our corollary. But what happens to this second part? Again in the second part you will get 1 upon root of ax square plus bx plus c. Here again you are using the previous method, that is completing the square method. Okay, so this type of two terms you will get by comparison. Already we are discussed that by comparison you will get this constant, and by this method you are going to solve the remaining examples because you are using the formulas 1 upon root of a square plus t square, 1 upon root of t square minus a square, or 1 upon root of a square minus t square for the second type of example. So these methods we are using for our next exercise. Okay. So these are the some special type of integrals. I am giving you formula again, that is integral 1 upon x square plus a square. Then you are already discussed the integral 1 upon x square minus a square. Now you are already discussed the formula a square minus x square, and you know that now root values integral 1 upon root of a square minus x square. Then you are having integral root of x square minus a square, and then we will have plus sign, that is root of x square plus a square. That means the previous whatever we are discussed along with these sometimes special type of integral formulas we'll discuss about our next exercise. Okay, so you are having all these formulas and the previous knowledge. We'll start with our exercise 3.2c. In that first type of examples, you are having these many examples. Okay, out of that, whatever the examples in red color, that I will solve. Look at here, this example and this example is similar to this also. Then this example and this example is similar, which you are going to, that means we are going to discuss any one of it. So I will discuss fifth one as it is a minus sign for the x square. Then I will take this as a different example, similar kind you will get here. And this type of example we are already solved, integral root of x minus 7 upon x minus 9. So that method also you are able to use here. Then this type of examples, by the substitution you will convert into any type of example. Means what? Substitute for the sin x equal to t. So what will happen? Differentiating, you will get cos x dx equal to dt. So look at the example which you have, that is converted into, I am talking about 8th example. So you will get 3 dt upon 4t square plus 4t minus 1. So again this is in the form of these examples. So again you will get if the first type of example. So this 8th one also you are able to solve only by simple substitution. You will get the similar kind of example. And 9th one is different, that I will take. Okay, so we'll start with our example. So first example is integral 3x plus 4 upon x square plus 6x plus 5. We are already discussed that it is nothing but it is of the type px plus q upon ax square plus bx plus c dx. Okay, so this type of example already you know that what you had to do, numerator is equal to a times derivative of the denominator, that is ax square plus bx plus c plus b. Okay, this plus you have, and numerator already you are having px plus q, so that you are able to get the values of a and b. So we'll begin with that. So our beginning will be here, that is nothing but 3x plus 4. As usual, this is your numerator equal to a unknown, derivative of the denominator. What is in the denominator? Denominator is x square plus 6x plus 5 plus b. Look at here, we are started with our formula. Now this is 3x plus 4 as it is equal to a into derivative gives you 2x plus 6 plus b. Now we'll compare. That means first we'll collect the terms which are like one. You are having 2ax. Okay, there is no other x term, and you will get 6a plus b. Now if you will compare with here, this is 3x plus 4. Look at the comparison. This is 3x, this is 2ax. Means they are equal. So you will get 2a equal to 3. So a equal to 3 by 2. Okay, now here you are having the comparison. 6a plus b equal to 4. A value is known to you. So 6 into 3 by 2 plus b equal to 4. So what value you will get? This is 9 plus b equal to 4. So b value is minus 5. So this way you will get the values by comparison. Okay, so by these comparison you will get the second one as, look at here, 3x plus 4 equal to a into 2x plus 6 plus b. Then you will get this comparison, that is 2a equal to 3 and 6a plus b equal to 4. The comparing the coefficients, your values are a is 3 by 2 and b is minus 5. Okay, this is the working which we did previously. So these are the steps. Now once if you got the steps, you need to substitute. By substitution you will get this 3x plus 4 equal to 3 by 2, because we say that numerator equal to a value is 3 by 2, derivative of the denominator minus b. So minus b is nothing but It is minus 5. Okay. So now you will get this value. So we need to substitute here. So what value you will get? Now your integration becomes, what it becomes? 3x plus 4 upon x square plus 6x plus 5 equal to 3 by 2, 2x plus 6 minus 5, because this is complete numerator. Substitute the value. So substitution gives you 3 by 2 into 2x plus 6 minus 5. Now separate out the terms. This separation gives you, what it gives you? This is, means you are having the middle step here. What is that middle step? That is 3 by 2, 2x plus 6 upon x square, upon what it is? Upon x square plus 6x plus 5. Okay. So we'll write that. So this is nothing but 3 by 2, 2x plus 6 upon x square plus 6x plus 5. Then minus 5 upon x square plus 6x plus 5. So these are the two separate steps. Then you are having multiplied by dx. Now look at here, you are having a separate term in which 3 by 2 you are able to take outside. Since it is a constant, 2x plus 6 upon x square plus 6x plus 5 dx, minus 5 as it is a constant, dx upon x square plus 6x plus 5. We'll call this as equation 1. Because two different integrals are here. So we'll start with our first integral, that is 3 by 2. We'll call this as I1 and I2. There are two different methods to solve two different integrals. So now we'll start with I1. What is your I1? I1 is integral 2x plus 6 upon x square plus 6x plus 5. Look at here. That is, and this is nothing but f dash x upon fx, which we have our corollary, which says that it is nothing but, so look at here, this is by substitution also you will get. So immediately you are able to write I1 equal to, this is by substitution, you will get integral dt upon t log of mod t plus constant c1. So what is the final answer? That is log of mod of x square plus 6x plus 5 plus constant of integration. Or you are able to use here formula integration of f dash of x upon fx dx is equal to log of mod of fx plus constant of integration. So directly here you are able to write as log of mod of x square plus 6x plus 5 plus constant of integration. These two methods you are able to use here to find I1. What is now I2? I2 is given here as integral dx upon x square plus 6x plus 5. Here again we want to complete the square. So completing the square you will get x square plus 6x plus 9. Now plus 9 is given here. Minus 9 plus 5. Why plus 9? Again you have to think about your middle term. That is 2 into 3 into x. 2 is for the middle term. Then you are having x. That means you want a square of 3, which is plus 9, and it is extra. So minus 9 plus 5. So you will get this as integral dx upon x plus 3 square minus 2 square. As usual, in the beginning only we saw which formula we are using. That is integral 1 upon x square minus a square dx is 1 upon 2a log mod of x minus a upon x plus a plus constant of integration. So here we are using the capital letter. So you will get I2 equal to 1 upon 2 into 2 log mod of x plus 3 minus 2 upon x plus 3 plus 2 plus constant of integration. You are having two constant of integration for two integrals, and that is nothing but the real number, because C1, C2 belongs to R. Keep this in mind. Whatever may be, that is the real number. Here you will get 1 upon 4 log of x plus 1, because plus 3 minus 2 upon x plus 5 plus C2. Okay. So what will be the next? Next one is now substitute in this formula. So what you will get? I equal to 3 by 2. I1. What is the value of I1? That is log x square plus 6x plus 5 minus 5 upon 4 log of x plus 1 upon x plus 5 plus c, where c equal to c plus 1. I told you this belongs to R. So you are getting some other real number which is equal to C, capital C. Okay. So now next example. The next example is I equal to integral 7x plus 3 upon root. Now this is inside the root sign. So two types. One type already we are discussed with our one example. Now second type we are discussing with our second example. Now what is second example? In that again numerator is equal to a times derivative of whatever the terms inside the root sign, that is 3x plus 2x minus x square plus b. Okay, so we'll get the derivative of it. So what is the derivative of 7x plus 3 equal to a into 2 minus 2x plus b, which gives you, if you'll multiply, you'll get 2a plus b minus 2ax. Now if you'll compare the coefficient, because this is the coefficient of x, this one is constant term. So what you will get? You will get, by comparing the coefficients on both the sides, you will get minus 2a equal to 7. So a equal to minus 7 by 2 and 2a plus b equal to 3. If you will substitute here, what value of b you will get? 2 into minus 7 by 2 plus b. This 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So you will get minus 7. Look at here. Minus 7 plus b equal to 3. So b equal to 3 plus 7. Hence it is 10. Okay. So b value is 10. So now once if you got the a and b value, so what will be your integral? Your integral becomes, now here is your integral. This numerator is replaced. And what way you will replace this numerator, that we'll see here. So now look at here. This is nothing but 7x plus 3, which is equal to a value. Where is a value? A value is minus 7 by 2. Now look at here. You are having the derivative, and that derivative is 2 minus 2x plus b. So what is the b value? That is 10. Hence you are having your integral as minus 7 by 2 into 2 minus 2x plus 10 upon 3 plus 2x minus x square. So you are able to write this as integral minus 7 by 2 into 2 minus 2x upon root of, this is nothing but 3 plus 2x minus x square, and what will be the other term? That is 10 upon root of 3 plus 2x minus x square dx. Look at here. So now separate the integral through terms. You will get this as 7 by 2. Now 7 by 2 is here. That is 2 minus 2x upon root 3x minus x square dx plus 10 into another term, that is dx upon root 3 plus 2x minus x square. So we'll call this as minus 7 by 2 I1 plus 10 I2. Okay. Now we'll discuss I1. As usual, our I1 is integral 2 minus 2x upon root of 3 plus 2x minus x square dx. Here also you are able to use the formula. Which formula you are able to use? The corollary which you are already discussed. That is nothing but integral of f dash of x upon root of fx dx is equal to 2 root fx plus constant of integration. Either you use that corollary directly or we'll use the substitution method. Any method will give you the answer. So we'll start with our example. That is for the remaining part. Put 3 plus 2x minus x square equal to t. This becomes dt. So you will get this value as integral dt upon root t, that is t raised to minus half dt, which gives you 2 root t. Look at here. The same value I have given by direct method, that is nothing but this is nothing but you are using the value as 2 root fx, that is nothing but 3 plus 2x minus x square plus constant of integration by our corollary, which we are discussed in this lecture only. That is, I have already discussed these corollaries in our indefinite integral. So that formula also we are able to use it. You will get this as 2 root 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 7. And now I2, that is integral dx upon root of 3 plus 2x minus x square. So here if you will take minus sign common, you will get the complete the square. By completing the square, what you will get? Dx upon 4 minus x minus 1 bracket square. Why? This is the simplification here. Again, if you will take the negative sign common, it becomes x square minus 2x plus 1 minus 1. So if you will take out of the sign, it becomes here itself, it is integral of dx upon root of 3 minus, I will write this term as it is, but I will take out of this bracket, so it minus of minus is plus 1, so you are getting 4 here. And this is a complete square of x minus 1 square. So what you will get? Integral dx upon root of 2 square minus x minus 1 square. So we are using this formula. What is that formula? Integral 1 upon root of a square minus x square dx, which is equal to sine inverse of x by a plus constant of integration. So now you got the value sine inverse of, what is the value of x here? The value of x is x minus 1 upon a, means a value is 2 plus c2. So now if you will substitute this in I1 plus I2, that means, or you are in equation 1, what you will get? Now look at here, this is nothing but, you know that minus 7 upon 2 I1. So what is the value of I1? I1 value is here, that is 2 into root of 3 plus 2x minus x square, okay, plus c1. And what is the plus 10 into I2 value? What is the I2 value? I2 value here is sine inverse of x minus 1 upon you will get 2 plus constant of integration, that is multiplied to complete term. So now these are the constant, 2 will get cancelled, you are getting minus 7. This is root of 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 10 sine inverse x by 2, and we say that capital C equal to C1 plus C2. Okay, we'll stop here, we'll continue in the next lecture. Okay, in this lecture we saw examples which is from exercise 3.2b, and we are started with exercise 3.2c. We saw few examples based on that, and we'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.